Welcome. We are going to talk about the wild world of supplements with Young Living because we have such a world of supplements with Young Living. We are so blessed to have so many solutions to all the things. So I'm going to start with what are we going to cover? So we're going to cover why do we need to supplement in the first place? What is like your go-tos that are good for everyone? And then we're going to talk about some targeted areas like energy, bone and muscle, joints, sleep, digestion, hormones, bladder health, the immune system, and just other targeted things so that we can fit it all. So we have all the things to talk about. So first of all, why should we supplement? Well, a lot of our diets these days have a lot of gaps in them. And even if you are really good at nutrition and like trying to eat all the right things, unless you're like growing your own food at your own place where you have control of the nutrients in the soil and you really work on the nutrients of the soil, I mean, what we buy at the store is often deficient of really optimal nutrients. So, or maybe you have food intolerances and they prevent you from eating foods that have certain nutrients in them. So that's a really good reason that you might want to boost the nutrients in your body. So we want to fill those gaps. We want to support overall health. We want to prevent deficiencies. We want to make sure that we're supporting any kind of health condition that we're dealing with. We do age, and unfortunately, as we age, our bodies need more things. And or maybe you're just an amazing athlete and you're just depleting your body every day and you need to help replenish your body. And as well as a lot of supplements help with our mental health, which good night. I mean, with the world has been crazy. So it's good to make sure that we're supporting our brain health, our emotions as well. So let's talk about our favorite, Ningxia Red. Why is it our favorite? First of all, it tastes great. So it's really great for all ages, humans and animals alike. And it's great because it is so powerfully rich in nutrients and minerals, and it's so easy to take. So I don't know about you guys, but like I've always got my water bottle. It makes me drink so much more water when I have my Ningxia Red in my water. We know that it increases our energy levels, it reduces stress, it reduces your physical limitations. Like maybe you're having a hard time walking up the stairs. And then when you start drinking Ningxia Red, becomes a lot easier for you. You have more energy, you have less aches and moans and groans. It improves your mental well-being. We know this, and it improves your sleep patterns and the amount of time that you stay asleep. And it promotes healthy respiratory function and it helps your body's response to inflammation. So all of these things are amazing. And we have so much information around Ningxia Red, but we have a whole class on it. So if you have not listened, if everyone could please mute their phone, that would be great. I can't do that while I am, there we go. But if you have never listened to the Ningxia Red presentation or watched it, there's a QR code right here. You can scan that and you can watch that class later. Okay, here are just some cool percentages. So you can see that physical energy increased by about 35%, reduced physical limitations increased by about 30, I think it was around 38%, and it reduced stress by about 20, I think it was something like that, around 25%. Sorry, that I wish I had the numbers on there, but a drastic improvement in all three of these areas, enough to be measurable, which I think is amazing that we can state that. So I love that. Okay, if I'm going to, Teresa, I'm going to make you one of the co-hosts so that you can help me mute if you don't mind, so that I don't have to do that while I'm presenting. Sorry. Okay. I'm trying to mute some of these, but there we go. All right. So let's talk about Master Formula. It is really our full multi-nutrient complex. It's your multivitamin, is what a lot of people will call it, a multivitamin. But it's not just one vitamin, because each of the capsules that comes in like a blister pack is what you would call it. It's a little plastic package that comes in with a host. I think it's 5 different capsules in there, because each of them needs to be separate of each other to work properly. So they're all derived from real food. They help our body in so many different ways. So they help with our gut flora. They have omegas in there. There are prebiotics in there. We have B vitamins and D and K in there. So it's a really a true complex. And I want to give you this story real fast that I love. This story is that a lot of you know who Dr. Purser is. I don't know what's going on here. Let me quit all the things. But if you don't know who Dr. Purser is, he is a man, as a physician, who really focuses on female hormones and male, I'll just say hormones in general, female and male. And he selected 4,000 women. And from those 4,000 women, he narrowed it down to 1,000 women, and he gave them, he tested them all. None of their hormones were optimal of those 1,000. So he gave them all master formula for 100 days. And after 100 days of master formula, 80% of the women's hormones came into normal range without specifically addressing their hormones, like just giving them master formula. So I think that is such a huge story to just show what an impact flooding your body with nutrients and minerals does. So if you add your Ningxia and your master formula on, I've had so many people say the same thing about doing the 14-day reset with Ningxia Red, is it having that extra boost of Ningxia, vitamins and minerals, that they're seeing massive differences in their cycle, that their cycles are just much easier to handle. So, okay, I am muting again. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I'm going to hand it now to April, and I can play whack-a-mole on sound when she's on. April.
Hello. I got it. Okay, guys, I want to talk to you about green omega-3. This is probably in my top 3 favorite supplements of Young Living. I'm so in love with it. It's a brain supplement. It came out, I believe, last summer, and it deserves like a permanent spot in the core supplements of Young Living. It is our newest non-fish source of essential fatty acids. It's got 330 milligrams of DHA and 180 milligrams of EPA, which is great for the brain, inflammation, and joint support. And then it's also got it comes from an algal source, which is so much cleaner than a fish source, because fish sources tends to have toxins, metals, just the farm-raised fish problems that there are. And plus, it just helps reduce the strain on wild fisheries. So this is just, overall better for the planet. But the amount of EPA and DHA in this green omega-3 is really, really strong. It compares even better than a cod liver oil, oddly enough. With most fish oils, you're going to get a lot less EFAs and an added fishy aftertaste, but you don't with this. Like, even when I was taking a fish supplement from a wild-caught source, I still was always wondering about heavy metals. But it's just not a problem here because there's no fish in this. So it's got 7 ingredients, including what is in the soft gel, which is naturally high in omega-3 fatty acids. So this whole supplement in itself is like actual brain food. So it's got algal oil, which is sustainably sourced from algae, which is naturally high in omega-3s. Flaxseed oil, which is rich in ALA. It converts DHA and EPA in the body. Also really good for heart health, normal healthy cells turnover. We want our healthy cells reproducing. Good for digestive health, good for healthy skin, nails, hair, just happy inflammatory markers altogether. Clove is in it, the third ingredient, which is very, very high antioxidant and great for immune support. Also provides stability just for the soft gel itself. It's got vitamin E in it, which is an antioxidant, which is good for vision, brain, skin, reproductive health. And then the soft gel itself is made out of tapioca starch, glycerin, and water. So if you don't have this yet, add it to your order. I've also been asked a dozen times about the difference between this green omega-3 and our other brain supplement, MindWise, and here's the difference. MindWise supports the brain with the alpha GPC ingredient. Acetyl L-carnitine helps turn fat into energy. CoQ10 supports the heart by helping reduce cell wall damage, acting like, like an antioxidant, and that just contributes to healthy blood flow. So all in all, they're different. And MindWise is one we should continue taking alongside green omega-3. because both provide excellent nutrition for longevity, for the body, for the brain, but they are different. So take them together. Our next supplement is Life9. This is our very high potency probiotic that is, I feel like, pivotal for overall health. This is definitely in my top 5 of just supplements for every day. It has 17 billion live cultures from 9 beneficial bacteria, hence the name Life9. It's got 9 beneficial bacteria strains to support our immune health, our metabolism, our intestinal digestive function. So, they call the gut the second brain, and it is a huge, huge, huge part of our immune system. So when you're taking a probiotic, you're supporting not only just your regular digestive flow of things, but your whole immune system as well. So you've got a healthy microbiome that it's replenishing and it's contributing to as well. And then you've got 17 billion live cultures from those 9 bacteria. It is top of the line, you guys, this probiotic, like for real, for real. I like feel free to compare this Life9 to any other probiotic on the market, but this one like will outbeat them all. I feel like I've never had results that I've had like with Life9. Sometimes or in years past, I have rotated probiotics just to get different bacteria and different brands and different things in my gut so I wouldn't get used to it. But it never ever, my gut never works as well. My brain fog doesn't work or it doesn't lift the way it does with Life9. My immune system isn't as good with Life9. So I actually quit rotating probiotics a few years ago. And I've just stuck with this for the last several years. So if you've ever been on antibiotics and you've never taken a probiotic or you don't take them soon thereafter, please, please, please do this. It can take years, literally years, to replenish the bacteria in your gut from taking one round of antibiotics. So that's kind of scary. A bathtub full of yogurt is not even going to replenish what antibiotics can kill off, okay? Some Latin for you. Antibiotic means goes against life, means it kills bacteria. So a probiotic means it's for life, it restores good bacteria and is life-giving. So that's where we get the words antibiotic and probiotic. And gut health just plays such a huge part in overall body inflammation, as well as our need for just our healthy digestive system and elimination system, because your poop matters. Your bowel movements absolutely matter. I don't know what else to tell you about this. I have like 4 pages of notes on Life9. I just want to keep it really short and simple. But if this is not on your everyday, make this part of your top 5 of every day. Next is Sulfurzyme. This is one of our all-time favorites for inflammation, for hair, for skin, for nails. It is just the best support for our joints, for our immune system, for our metabolic system, even bigger than that, our circulation, our bones, our hairs, our skin, our just overall health. I love it after exercise. I love it when I am really sore from exercise, even just to help me get back my range of motion. The immune system, like I said, like my son he twisted his ankle a couple of months ago. He's been regularly taking Sulfurzyme. What I love about this is it comes in a pill form, like a capsule and a powder. So if you don't have the powder, you can open up the capsules and pour it into something if you're not a pill drinker or a pill taker, but you can get in either one. And we just take it every day. I put a teaspoon in our Ningxia Red and stir it up. Some people make a Ningxia Red drink where they have their Ningxia and some Zing or some, water or club soda or something like that. And then they'll add a teaspoon or 2 of their Sulfurzyme powder. It does have a very distinct taste. I did have to get used to it, but some people really, really love it, and I've grown to love it. So if you don't love the taste of the powder, take the capsules. But overall, inflammation, inflammation, inflammation. This is by far one of the best things alongside Agile Ease. I will attest to a hair testimonial very quickly. I was unexpectedly thrown into the hospital with emergency surgery 12 years ago, and I was taking well, I muscle tested myself for a lot of sulfurzyme. It was like 20 a day. And my hair grew 1 inch in that 3 or 4 weeks that I was doing that after that emergency surgery. So it works for hair growth. Promise you that.
I want to throw in two other things about sulfurzyme just because I'm obsessed with this supplement. It's probably one of my probably my top favorite supplement. I can't live without it. Is that a friend of mine who's been dealing with tinnitus really badly called me the other day and she's like, it is as bad as it's ever been. And I was like, muscle test yourself for sulfurzyme. And she ended up taking 12 in the morning and 12 at night. And by the next day, she was almost all fully better. So that was huge. And then also want to say, anytime anyone has anything that's autoimmune, this is like first stop. First stop, like start with your sulfurzyme, is just like typically where we start because it is just so good for boosting glutathione and all the things that you need when you're dealing with that kind of stuff. So love that supplement. Okay, let's talk about the energy lineup.
Hey, Allie, let me say something.
Oh yeah.
So sulfurzyme does not say to take 20 a day. It also does not say to take 12 a day. But what Allie and I both just said, we muscle test ourselves to see what our body is craving and wanting and needing. So if you don't know how to muscle test, I just put a link in the chat on a class we just did on muscle testing last spring. Actually, it wasn't just, it's a year ago. But if you don't know how to do that, go do that. And if you just don't even know, just do what the bottle says and do with what you feel comfortable.
By the way, I did read a book on MSM, and there has been no known level of MSM, which this is built on as MSM, that is toxic to the body. So you really like truly can't overdose on sulfurzyme, which is good to know, right? Okay, so you ready for me to move on?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about energy. So I mean, there's so many energy favorites. So obviously Ningxia Red, because it is so good at balancing blood sugar. So that is part of the reason why it is just so good for boosting energy levels, but so many reasons. But Nitro, let's talk about Ningxia Nitro. Ningxia Nitro is basically like Ningxia Red with all of these special add-ins. So it's got your black pepper, which helps with energy. It has ginkgo biloba. It has green tea and cacao extract in there, which for your natural caffeine, but it does have caffeine in it. So me personally, it's a morning thing for me. If I'm going to take Nitro, it's going to be in the morning for me. And it's been really good for people who are really trying to kick their coffee addictions. And what I also like about it is that I don't get like I do with coffee, like that buzzing feeling. That's probably the better way to say that, buzzing feeling. But it's such a great cognitive. It really helps you think and concentrate more and better, which I really like. And if you has B vitamins in it as well, and it also has iodine in it. So if you are struggling with your thyroid, it also has all those great things that we need for our thyroids, like iodine. So love that. And speaking of iodine, Multigreens is a green supplement. It is all sea greens, and it is amazing for supporting our body in so many different ways. So in addition to having, it has bee pollen in it, it has barley grass, and barley grass is different than barley, by the way. I am super sensitive to barley, but barley grass is a grass. It is not barley. It has spirulina, which has chlorophyll, which is super high in magnesium, which supports the immune system, the liver, the intestines, the heart. It also helps with energy and metabolism. It has choline in there, which supports healthy cholesterol levels, again, with the liver, and really good for memory. It has eleuthero root, which supports energy as well. Alfalfa leaf. I'm going to run out of time, so I'm going to go fast. Pacific kelp, amino acids in it, a full complex of amino acids in it. Rosemary essential oil, lemon, lemongrass, and Melissa essential oil. So this is really a top favorite for me. This is one that I do take every single day with my Ningxia. I'm a little bit of a supplement junkie, so I take a lot. So don't freak out when I tell you all the things I take, but I take many supplements, and I love multigreens, and I love giving it to my kids because they just don't eat enough greens. And it's just an easy, like you can either eat the vegetable that I'm having, which I prefer, but if they freak out about it, it's like, you have to have your multigreens no matter what, but especially if they complain, I'm like, 2 more multigreens for you. Like, let's just give your body what it really wants right now. And then Super B. So I don't know if you know this, but every single day your B vitamins deplete. So you have to rebuild your B vitamins every single day. And our B is really great because it has not only a complex of B's in it, but it also has myrtle in it and nutmeg in it, which are amazing for our thyroid and our adrenals. So I love that. Oh, this is actually not myrtle. This is the wrong thing. Don't ignore this. This was the wrong, does not have myrtle. I was like, this is myrtle. There's nutmeg in it though. So that I'll update this before we share it. Okay, on to bones. And April, just I can't look at everything at one time. So tell me when you're taking over. Am I still up or are you up?
Oh, no, I'm up. I'm
Okay.
just, I'm just adding something to okay, I'm up.
Okay, go for it.
Bones, joints, and muscles. Okay, let's start with BLM. BLM stands for bone, ligament, muscle, and great for bone, ligament, muscle. This is optimal nutrition for all three of those things. It has a lot of powerful and natural ingredients like type 2 collagen, MSM, glucosamine sulfate, and manganese citrate. It helps with joint mobility. It helps with the cell function in the body, and of course, encourages joint health and all the fluid movements. If you have any kind of injuries, BLM is absolutely the one to go to, like a muscle tear or a strain or a pull or a bone. Like my son right now, like I said, still has an ankle fracture. Actually, I think it's pretty much healed. He's just like still in pain, but he's doing lots of sulfurzyme for that and BLM. And that's another thing you can muscle test for. The wintergreen in it is so, so, so good for bones. It helps with the soreness as well. Like after you've worked out or you've really strained a muscle, or maybe you've pulled your back or your back is out, or rotator cuff stuff, or even frozen shoulder. Like it's so good for so many things. BLM, remember that. Next is Agile Ease. Agile Ease is like one of the best anti-inflammatory things we have, just like sulfurzyme, but it supports joint health. It is another source of collagen that we have. Type 2 collagen. Our Inner Beauty collagen is a type 1. This one is a type 2. And if you don't know the difference, look it up. This comes from, they just come from different animals. So this helps cartilage, joint flexibility. It helps mobility, any kind of soreness, just the body's response to inflammation, and especially after exercise. I mean, if you think like the body isn't inflamed after exercise, it is. It isn't just poor diet or a disease that causes inflammation. It is exercise causes inflammation because it like roughs things up, and it gets them out of like their natural normal state, and it's like, hey, let's grow here, let's move here. And so the inflammation is caused by exercise. It helps joints. Like I said, this is my mother-in-law's very favorite for her achy joints. Yeah, inflammation in joints, I would say, is what I would hear the most people use it for. If as I'm talking, if you guys are using Agile Ease or BLM or AminoWise or any of these, please comment what you use this supplement for, because I would love to read your testimonials too. Anyway, Agile Ease, again, type 2 collagen to help support our cartilage and our joint function. Next is AminoWise. Most people don't really realize that this is really good for bones and joints and muscles, but it is really actually so good for muscles. It was developed and formulated to fill a need for post-workouts. And it's more than just an amino acid supplement. It is triple targeted with branched chain amino acids for muscle building and repair. It has polyphenol and antioxidant for recovery, and a hydrating mineral blend to replace our really important minerals that you lose during exercise. So that's what makes it triple targeted. It is perfect for during a workout and after a workout. It's good to have like in your water bottle already there. So it lessens fatigue. It enhances muscle recovery. It reduces lactic acid, which is caused by exercise. It helps support the production of nitric oxide, which helps improve our vascular blood flow. And it has those branched chain amino acids that have been shown to aid in preventing muscle catabolism from exercise. And then it, of course, supports hydration by replenishing all the important minerals that are lost during exercise. AminoWise also has vitamin E, it has zinc, it has wolfberry powder in it. It has lemon essential oil, lime essential oil. It doesn't have any preservatives, no synthetic colors, no artificial flavors, no added sugar, no artificial sweeteners. So it's a pretty awesome, clean supplement for post-workout and during a workout. Next are our SuperCal and MegaCal that we have for bones. Truly our best bone support that we have. It's a good supplement to build our bones. It's got a really good SuperCal Plus is a synergistic blend of calcium, magnesium, vitamin D and K, and some other trace minerals. I know they are derived from red algae, somewhere off the coast of Iceland is what I have been told about it. It has a dual action blend that helps support the structure, the integrity, and the density of bones. So all three of those things are really important when you're looking at bone mass, and bone structure is the structure, integrity, and density. It helps the body to support it supports the body's ability to reabsorb bone tissue, which are those osteoclasts that we learned about in biology in, ninth grade, and then depositing new bone tissue, which are the osteoblasts. And then we have a really great source of calcium, like I said, magnesium, K, and D, and then just those trace minerals that our bones need so desperately. Now, MegaCal is a powder. And you can add this to Ningxia Red or to a drink or something like that, but I add it to my Ningxia every morning. It's kind of milky, I guess, kind of chalky milky, but this is another really good one, an option if you don't like pills, but again, great for bone health, for vascular health, for nerve health. You mix it into water, Ningxia, whatever you're drinking. It is a really great source of magnesium. It's got 191 milligrams per serving and 206 milligrams of calcium per serving. Next up, Allie. You want to talk about sleep?
Going to talk about sleep. Oh, now you can hear me. I'm going to talk about sleep. Okay, so back to our Ningxia again. We know about Ningxia, how it helps with sleep. So I'm going to move on to Unwind. So Unwind is amazing for both children and adults. I kind of wish it didn't have the kids label, but I kind of like the kids label for my kids. But I use this. I keep a box of it in my nightstand. And if I know I'm just like buzzing for the day and I know I'm like having a hard time settling down to go to sleep, and sometimes even if I'm trying to go to sleep and I just am laying there and I can't do it, I just open a package of it and pour it in my mouth. It tastes delicious. It has 5-HTP in it, which is really cool. It has magnesium in it. It has lavender, and I want to say chamomile are the oils in it. I didn't write that down, sorry. But there are some great oils in there. I'm pretty sure it's those two. And it tastes like watermelon, so it's really yummy. But I'm going to have a sidebar for just a hot second here, is that I have a kiddo who has very severe ADD, and this has been a game changer for him for school. So this is one that if you are having problems with your kid in the classroom because they really are forced to sit for way longer than any child should ever have to sit. And if you're, in the situation where your kids really want to go to school, then this is a great option for them. So my kids really want to be in a regular school, and this is like a game changer for my son. So love Unwind. It is out of stock at the exact moment. If you're watching this on the replay, hopefully it's back in stock, but it will be back in stock. I think next week is when it's planned. So not for very long, will be gone. ImmuPro. This is an awesome supplement. The first time I ever had this, I was actually at Winter Harvest, and someone gave me one for the very first time. It was very early in my Young Living because I was having a really hard time sleeping because I was in a room with like 40 women in bunk beds. And every time the girl below me would turn, my bunk bed would like go like this. It was crazy. So someone gave me an ImmuPro, but it has full of, it's really meant for when you need an immune boost, because it's full of, you always can have an immune boost, but this is one that I take if I'm not feeling well, or if I'm traveling and I'm in a different time zone and I'm having I want to regulate to that time zone. It's really great, but it has zinc and selenium, and it has orange essential oil in it, which we know is great for our immune system. It has wolfberries. It has a special blend of mushroom powder in it, and it does have melatonin in it. I'm not the biggest fan of taking melatonin every single day. I think it's really good for regulating your sleep patterns, but I don't really want my body to want melatonin all the time. So ImmuPro is one that I always keep on hand and I take as needed. I do know people that take this or Sleep Essence daily because they were taking things that are way worse for them and they want something that they can take to help them sleep. But ImmuPro is awesome. It's a chewable, just so you know. And then Sleep Essence is a capsule. And it is also, I don't know why these are not updated. Sorry, this wording is not updated here. They're all Thyromin wording. So don't read about Thyromin yet. That's coming in the future. This is describing Thyromin. So Sleep Essence is, it has valerian in it. It has a bunch of sleep oils in it. If you've never taken valerian before, you've probably heard valerian helps with sleep. Valerian is actually the plant that the drug Valium is derived from. So we know it makes you feel very relaxed. It also, Sleep Essence has melatonin in it. But this is like, I mean, you just need to give yourself a good 12 hours to sleep if you're going to take this. Like if you know you're going to wake up in 4 hours, don't take this. Like, do this when you can afford to have a good chunk of sleep. For me, it's a good 12 hours if I take a Sleep Essence. So it's very powerful. Okay, I'm handing it over. Oh no, I'm doing this one, right? I'm doing enzymes. Okay, let's talk enzymes because I love my enzymes. Kind of an enzyme junkie here. So we have a lot of enzymes with Young Living, which can be overwhelming. So I'm going to try to boil them down overall first before I talk about them individually. So we have 2 enzymes that are vegetarian enzymes. If you don't eat meat, then those are probably your best 2. Detoxzyme and Allerzyme on the 2 outsides here. If you do eat meat, then Essential Zymes and Essential Zymes 4 are ones you really need to have because they help you break down the meat that you eat. Because our meat often goes rancid in our belly. Isn't that lovely? So we need something to help break it down and to absorb the nutrients from our animal products. So Detoxzyme, I'm going to tell you how I use these, okay? Everyone is different, but I'm going to tell you how I use them. I have all 4 in my home, but I most often take Essential Zymes and Detoxzyme. I usually, when I wake up first thing in the morning, I take Detoxzyme to just kind of break down anything that's left in my body. It's really good at breaking down carbohydrates and lots of other things. If you have bloating, that's often a sign that you need that. I take these every day, so I rarely have tummy issues because my body is really happy because I'm always giving it the tools to break my food down. So I take Detoxzyme when I wake up, and I'm really bad about remembering to take enzymes with my meals. If I had serious issues with digestion, I would be taking 2 Essential Zymes 4 with every single meal. So if you know people with things like Crohn's or colitis, Essential Zymes 4 is a game changer for them. I had a friend with severe gluten intolerance, so severe that her husband kissed her on the lips after he drank a beer and she was in bed for 2 weeks. Very severe. And she told me when she started taking Essential Zymes with every single one of her meals that she finally had solid poop for the first time in her life. And she didn't have to run to the bathroom right after she ate. So I think that speaks volumes for how powerful Essential Zymes 4 is. So if you really struggle with digestion, I suggest you just plan to take your digestive enzymes with every meal. I'm really bad about that. So I tend to take them when I wake up and when I go to bed because I always keep them by my toothbrush. And so I remember that. So I always take my Essential Zymes at night because I always have animal protein with my meal at night, usually all my meals actually, but I know I'll have it at night. So I want to take that Essential Zymes before I go to bed and to digest all the foods while I'm sleeping. And then Allerzyme was really specifically developed for people who have food intolerances or even intolerances to what's in the air. So if you have like just seasonal allergies or things like that, if I eat something that I know I'm intolerant to, which I have a list of things I shouldn't be eating, then I'm going to go grab probably more than 1 Allerzyme. I will have a few. And I have certain reactions. I get skin reactions to things when I eat food. So if I get a skin reaction, I go and I grab my Allerzyme and I take it. And typically that is like what I needed. So hopefully that gives you kind of a feel of which digestive enzymes you want. If you cannot take pills, then we do have a chewable that's mainly for children that I think we're going to talk about somewhere else. We're going to talk about it somewhere else. But from here, I think I'm handing it to you, right, April?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Digestion for, wait, where are we? Hold on. Okay.
Well, you already covered Life 9, so you can skip that one,
Yes.
right?
Sorry, I was trying to go back to my notes. Okay, Life 9. We talked about this earlier. High potency probiotic, not just gut health, it's overall health, right? It's nine strains of bacteria, 17 billion live cultures, gut health, immune health, intestinal health, all of that. Let me skip forward to our prebiotic fiber since I went to depth earlier on the Life 9. Daily prebiotic fiber. This is not new, but it does have a new name as of last summer. It used to be called ICP Daily. Now it's called Daily Prebiotic Fiber. They only changed the name because nobody really knew what ICP Daily was and what that did. So now the name makes sense, right? Daily prebiotic fiber. This is your fiber. It feeds the bacteria that are in your gut. That's why it's called prebiotic. And it's daily. So you take it daily. So it's a powder, you add it to a drink, water. I add mine to my Ningxia. I add so much to my Ningxia every day. It's kind of crazy. But you can basically just like sip your way to gut health with this stuff. It helps your bowel movements like nothing else. I mean, Digest and Cleanse is probably my other favorite for bowel movements, but this fiber just helps your gut stay moving, your intestines stay moving. Seriously awesome fiber. It is plant-based and it supports a healthy gut microbiome. It supports your digestive system and your immune system. It has 6 grams of plant-based prebiotic fiber. It just helps in the body's natural detoxification process, and it helps your gut maintain a healthy microbiome because you're feeding those bacteria that are your immune system. Like those bacteria in your gut are what fight for you. That's your little army that is your immune system, or the vast majority of your immune system, I should say. So we have to feed them well and keep them healthy. And we want to feed them with good fiber, and this prebiotic fiber is a great way to do it. So it's very easy on the stomach, and it is very well tolerated by anybody with, I should say, most people with digestive sensitivity. And it promotes healthy postbiotics in the gut. And then it helps just build that beneficial gut bacteria. Again, like I said, it's just pretty much your immune system that runs things, breaks things down, move things along. It has fennel oil, anise, tarragon, ginger, lemongrass, and rosemary essential oils in it. And it actually helps you feel fuller longer. So yay for that. Especially like if you're still cycling, you know, that time in your cycle when you're just like ravenous hungry all the time, like you can double up on this stuff and it will help that, ravenous hunger. Like it'll curb it quite a bit. And this is also surprisingly really good for the cardiovascular system. Next is Comfortone. This is one of the very first things that Gary Young formulated. In fact, my upline, her name is Donna Riley. She's the very top of my tree and probably one of the very first people to ever enroll in Young Living, but Gary formulated it for her back in the early 90s, I want to say. She had been given like 3 weeks or 3 months to live. And I don't remember, it was 3 weeks or 3 months. But anyway, they were friends and he formulated this for her. And when he was still alive a few years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, he pulled her up on stage and they told that story. It was really sweet. So it is one of the best supplements we have for when you're constipated. So it's got Cascara sagrada in it, psyllium seed, ginger, tarragon oils, which are good for digestive health. It just moves things along. So if you are stopped up, get this in your system. If you are someone who maybe gets sick a lot, get this in your system because it could be a problem with just your digestive system not eliminating the way that it needs to. And so when things get backed up, people tend to stay sick more because of leaky gut, just because of things that can get reabsorbed there. And if you're not eliminating, 1 to 2 times a day, 3 times a day, that's a problem. And you should probably be on this. Like you should be having a bowel movement every single day, if not multiple times a day. Another one that helps with this is digest and cleanse.
Can I just say one more thing, just as a real fast on comfort tone, is it's
Uh-huh.
not something that you want to take forever. It's something that you want to take, follow the directions on the bottle that you're supposed to really, it's like kind of a ramp up protocol until you're pooping, and then you want to stop taking it because Cascara Sagrada is not something you want to take long term. Just FYI.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, it is a little, I won't use the word harsh. It is, it gets things moving. You're not running to the bathroom. It's not like that kind of a cleanse or anything where you have to stay home but it is, it's not gentle. Okay. It's not painful though either, but you do need to just be aware of that. But you're not going to have diarrhea everywhere. Don't worry about that. That's not like, that's not what I'm saying. Moving on to digest and cleanse, it is super gentle. It is something you can take every day. It's a gel capsule that's got fennel, anise, and ginger essential oils. It's got peppermint and caraway essential oils. These have all been used for centuries to ease digestive discomfort. It's also got lemon in it, I believe, which has also been used to stimulate digestion. But all of those oils together work to support your overall digestive system and in a targeted release soft gel for absorption purposes. This is something that I think if you're somebody who like there are people out there with like nerve damage and their gut, their digestive tract does not move the way a normal healthy person's does. Like they have nerve damage to their lumbar area of their spine or something. This is something that they can take every single day. Anyone can take this every single day, but those people in particular would probably really benefit from something like this. I have spina bifida, and so I'm speaking from experience here. Yes, I do walk. I was never supposed to walk. Like God healed me as a baby. I have a lumbar repair. So high up on the spine like that, my digestive system does not work like Allie's does probably. So something like Digest and Cleanse is something that I have to be on personally every single day. There are times in my life where I've had to be on Comfort Tone 1 a day for months. And but that's just because my digestive system does not work like hers does, or probably most of yours do. But you probably know somebody in your life that is the same. And that's why I'm sharing that because it is not uncommon, right? So Digest and Cleanse is very, very gentle and it's really great. Take it at night and things move very quickly and easily in the morning. Go ahead, Allie.
Okay. Okay. I'm just going to put us both here. So we don't have to go back and forth. Let's talk about digestion for non-pill takers. That could be a child or that could be an adult who just doesn't want to take pills. Cause I know a lot of us are kind of just sick of taking pills. So Mighty Pro is something that I actually keep in my desk. The truth of the matter is that I use it as a sweet treat sometimes because it tastes delicious and it's healthy. So it's kind of a bonus. Or if I'm sitting at my desk and I think, oh, I haven't had any of my probiotics today or haven't eaten anything fermented, I'll take one of these as like a bonus for my day. But this is a kids pre and probiotic, which is different than Life 9 because it has both the pre and the pro. It tastes amazing. It has over, let's see here, I've got on my screen is over 8 billion active live cultures, and it's great for travel. So when you, just a sidebar on Life 9 is that you really should put it in the refrigerator after you open it because it'll start to lose its powers over time as the air gets to it. So putting it in the fridge, it makes it last much longer. But you don't have to do this because this is an individual little packages for Mighty Pro. And it's obviously it's great for children. If you have kiddos that you know that suffer with any kind of digestive issues, really, frankly, all kids need to be taking some kind of probiotic or eating something fermented every day. We all should. So this is a great one for children. Mighty Zymes is a digestive enzyme that was really intended for children, but if you just don't want to take capsules, this is a great option for you. I would probably suggest you double the dose if you're an adult taking it. I do that personally. Every once in a while, I just like grab some Mighty Zyme and I'll grab 2 of them just because I'm bigger than a kid. But it's a great digestive enzyme for all ages. And then we did already talk about the daily prebiotic fiber, but this is, again, it's great for digestion and you don't have to swallow it in a capsule form. And then there's Alkalign. So Alkalign is an alkalinizing supplement. So a lot of people have problems with acidity in their body. So if you know that you run acidic, then this is a good one to look at. But the great thing about this is that so I'm just going to tell you a story real quick, is that my husband has suffered with what do you call it? Reflux for a million years. I mean, really like for 30 years. And it's really been bad. And he did what a lot of people do is they go to the doctor and they put him on these what's the word I'm looking for? April, do you remember what they're called?
Antacids.
Thank you.
Antacid?
Alexia, the antacids, like the hardcore antacids. And if you read them, you're not supposed to be on them long-term at all. And he was on them long-term. And it took me a really long time to convince him to try to get off because he was in so much pain all the time. But what happens is they really diminish the acids that you need to break down the food in your, and that's why we have acid, is to break down our foods. So Alkalign does this in a very gentle way. And it doesn't do it in the same detrimental way that like a typical antacid would do. But so now he just takes them as needed. He's also changed his diet. So it's much less issue now that he's figured out how to heal his gut and what trigger foods are. But this is a great one and again, it comes in a blister pack or you can buy it in a canister with just a powder, both options. Okay, April, I'm handing to you.
Okay, let's move on to hormones. As I talk about these 4 supplements, if you take these, I would love to know if you take them and what you use them for, how you're liking them. These are not, I feel like these are the least talked about supplements that we have. And so I would love to just hear more testimonials about them. I'm going to start with Endogize. So this one is probably the number one thing we have for healthy and balanced endocrine system in women. The endocrine system is these glands that we have, the endocrine glands. They make hormones, they release hormones and directly into our bloodstream. They go from our head to our toe. They are like your pineal gland, your pituitary, your thyroid, your parathyroid glands, your adrenal glands. And then the endocrine system also has organs, which are going to be, which make and release hormones. And so this is like your group of tissues that form, specific functions in your body. And like your hypothalamus, your pancreas, even your adipose tissue, you guys, is part of your endocrine system, your body fat, your ovaries, even testicles. So when I talk about Endogize, I'm talking about all of these things and affecting all of them and making and releasing hormones. So Endogize has minerals. It has ashwagandha root. It's got ginger, myrrh, cassia, clary sage, and Canadian fleabane oils in it. And it is specifically formulated for the whole endocrine system. All those glands I just mentioned, all those organs I just mentioned, it affects all of those. And everybody has that. So men and women can both take this. It's very balancing. It has, like I said, the fennel, anise, ginger, and all of those other oils. A lot of them with the endocrine system, sometimes there'll be digestive issues. And so I love that it has like the lemon and the peppermint in it to help with that. So if you guys use Endogize, please comment in the Zoom and say if you use Energize at all. I don't feel like I know a lot of people that use it, but it is really good. The people that I do know that use it really like it. Great for the endocrine system. Like if someone has low thyroid, like this is one you'd probably really love. Thyromin is another one too, but it's not on my list. Next is PD8020. This is a supplement that is, again, for the endocrine system to maximize that health there. It's got pregnenolone, it's got DHEA, which are two substances naturally produced by the body. They are critical to countless healthy functions in the body. And those kind of functions that are affected by that are will decline with age. So as we age, you start to lose that. So it's a really great hormone support for both men and women, as because of age and stress cause our hormones to, decline. A little bit about pregnenolone. It is made from cholesterol, and it is the key precursor or, building block for the body's production of progesterone and DHEA. It's also a building block for estrogen, for testosterone, for cortisol, and some others. DHEA and pregnenolone levels, again, they will peak in our youth and then start to decline with age. So if your adrenal glands are stressed, as are most Americans or Canadians, your pregnenolone levels drop far more quickly and deeply. So there are a lot of cause of adrenal stress. Inadequate exercise or sleep, or going to sleep late, sleep apnea, psychological stress, chronic illness, injury, surgery, negative emotions. What else? Depression, poor nutrition. There's so many things that could affect our well-being. And this is something that can actually help reduce symptoms of PMS and menopause and improve immunity. It helps keep hormones in a healthy level and just get those DHEA and pregnenolone levels back up again. Pregnenolone was studied really heavily in the 30s and 40s, but in 1949, Merck Pharmaceuticals, if you've ever heard of Merck, they're a big vaccine company and other pharmaceuticals that they make, but they introduced cortisone to the market as a cure-all for rheumatoid arthritis, and research on pregnenolone was abandoned at that point. Shocker. So from then on, all the attention went to cortisone and prednisone, which followed shortly thereafter in spite of all of their side effects. And now they are still big sellers on the market today, 80 years later. PD8020, that was a side note. But PD8020 uses a very high-grade pregnenolone and DHEA, which is an excellent source of hormone support for men and women. DHEA is probably the most common hormone precursor in the body. It is secreted by the adrenal glands, and it is associated with youthful and healthy functioning in many of our body systems. Low levels of DHEA bring increased cardiovascular risk, increased risk to diabetes, obesity, loss of vitality, vigor, sexual energy, depression, and even skin aging. So DHEA has very important neuroprotective, memory-enhancing effects. It enhances brain cell utilization of ATP in animals. And if you know much about ATP, it is like our energy storage source. It is that molecule that protects the cell membranes from age-related damage, and DHEA mitigates. It helps with depression. It improves bone turnover, which results in stronger bones and joints. It improves mineralization to reduce fracture risk. It strengthens the immune system. DHEA is also very protective against diabetes and heart disease. It's just good for overall well-being and health, and has especially favorable effects on skin health and appearance because it increases the production of collagen, and then it decreases the production of the collagenase enzymes that destroy it. But DHEA has to be balanced. And so the most important thing about it is it works best when it's used in combination with pregnenolone, and which is in PD8020. So alone, DHEA sometimes will stimulate too much production of testosterone or estrogen in men, and the balancing effects of the pregnenolone with it will help steer that DHEA in the right direction. DHEA is not something you can take long term. You can only take it for a few weeks and then you have to take time off. The bottle will say how to take it and how much time to take off. There is a form of breast cancer that can be like I think if you have like some kind of genetic predisposal, DHEA is something that you have to avoid. So that is not the vast majority of people, but you would know if you're one of them, or you would hopefully would know if you're one of them. But research that, look at that. It's a really, really awesome supplement for hormones. Cortistop is another one that's great for pregnenolone because it has pregnenolone, it's got herbs, it's got essential oils to help the body maintain its balance and harmony in response to stress. When we're stressed out, our body produces cortisol, and you can probably feel it in your body when you get that call that, your kid did something horrible at school, or, you have to make the decision to put your pet down, or you get a call that someone has passed away or is in a car wreck. Your body is rushed with adrenaline and then cortisol, and you feel that tenseness in your body, that stress. And one of the best ways to get cortisol out of the body is a supplement like this. But also, even before this, I will say, is exercise. Get up and move your body, walk it off, go. If you're waiting on news, I had to testify in court a few years ago, and I was like pacing those halls before I had to go in and sit on a stand because the cortisol was just like dumping all in my body. And I was taking Cortistop during that. And I just kept walking. I walked for hours before that outside until I was called. So if you are in a stressful situation or know that you're going to be in a stressful situation, you're walking into one, this is a good one to be on. Even like during finals, like right now, it's May, end of school, really good for things like that. Femigen is the last hormone one I'm going to talk about. This is a twice daily supplement, specially formulated to supplement the women's reproductive systems. It's got whole food herbs like wild yam, which is going to affect our progesterone levels. Damiana, Dong Quai, synergistic amino acids, and some essential oils like clary sage, fennel, ylang ylang, and sage. It again supports our reproductive system. It is really awesome if you're in perimenopause or menopause. It is fantastic for hot flashes, night sweats, vaginal atrophy, vaginal dryness. I actually think I prefer Femigen over PD8020 because PD8020 can sometimes have too much DHEA for women, depending on their situation, but you know your body best. Side note, Femigen, PD8020, and Progestence Plus is like the holy grail of menopause, or for hot flashes, I should say. So if you've ever had a hot flash, I've had many in my life, and you literally feel like you're on fire. I mean, literally your skin is on fire. And this is just something that works really, really well. Not on the screen is Progestence Plus. It is an oil blend, but again, wonderful for women's hormones. You can use it under the tongue. You can use it topically, but really, really, really good for hot flashes and night sweats. Oh, you know what? I have one more thing I want to share. It is a hormone protocol a lot of women use and swear by. I am going to put it in the chat, but I will say it for also the replay purposes. In the morning, you do 4 drops of Endoflex under the tongue, 2 drops of frankincense under the tongue. You can do sclerescence rolled over the thyroid, which is right here on the neck, lower neck, and then on the ankles. Lady scleral over the thyroid and inner ankles. And then in the afternoon, 2 drops of Endoflex under the tongue, 2 ounces of Ningxia Red, some Super B, and a Thyromin. And then at night, Progestence Plus under the tongue, 7 to 8 drops of Progestence Plus rubbed into your arms or your thighs or your tummy. Some Thyromin, Cortistop, sclerescence rolled over the thyroid again, and Lady Scleral rolled over the thyroid. And again, I'm going to copy and paste that so you guys have that. It is a lot, but if your hormones are messed up, this is something that can really, really help. There are a lot of women in Young Living that have used this and swear by it. And that's all I've got. You're up, Allie.
All right, I'm going to talk about the dudes. So this is prostate health is really meant for prostate. So if your spouse, if you're a man on this watching this replay or on this call, if you have to go to the bathroom a lot because your prostate is pushing on your bladder, then prostate health might be just what you need. Or if you have been told that your prostate numbers don't look good, this is your supplement. It is very easy. So yeah, with that, it is full of oils and also has palmetto and pumpkin seed oil in there. So it is just really meant for that. I don't want to say anything that anyone in my family would be upset about, but I've seen it work in action and it really does work. Mineral essence is something we haven't really talked about very much. This is an all-time favorite for me. I actually take mineral essence every single day. I take a lot of it. It is just, obviously it is full of minerals, and it also has bee propolis in it. And it's a great source of magnesium. But if you are someone that is struggling with moods, which sometimes our spouse is a little grumpy, this is a really good one to put into their water every day. But it is just great for everyone of any age, and I'm a huge fan. A lot of people don't like the flavor of it. I happen to like the flavor of minerals, but if you don't like the flavor of minerals, just dilute it in a big bottle and start slow and put it in your water, and you'll find that you'll get used to the flavor of it. I actually love it so much that I put 5 droppers in my water bottle every day. So love it. Then the next one is Powergize, and this is great for men who are, I would say 30 and above, but it's also great for women who are peri or menopausal. So this is a testosterone balancing supplement. So if you're a woman and you're finding that as you're aging, you're losing your hair, you're really tired all the time, this might be something you want to try or muscle test for, or have someone run a Zyto for. I will tell you, just my husband, a few years ago when this came out, I was seeing signs of him losing testosterone, like gaining weight around the middle is a really good indication. Like if someone is working out and eating healthy and they're just gaining weight in the middle, this is a really good one to try. So I read about it and I put him on it, and literally within 3 months, he'd lost 20 pounds around the middle. And that's what he was doing. So I'm a huge fan of Powergize, and I kind of like a ramp up protocol with Powergize where you start maybe with double the dose for a guy who needs testosterone, and then work down to maybe 1 a day, which is what the the bottle says. But Powergize is really, really great for both women and men who need testosterone support. All right, are you doing bladder and kidneys?
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay. Okay, y'all don't come at me. KMB is the #1 thing for bladder and kidneys, and it has been out of stock, but hopefully by the time people are watching this replay, it will be back. It is supposed to be back next month. But if you don't think you need this, please get it anyway, and just have it for when you probably will need it, or somebody you do know that will need it. This is the best thing we have for kidney and bladders, whether it's bladder infections or kidney stones or bladder irritability or whatever. I mean, I can't even count the number of people and things that people use KMB for. It is like a, what's the word? It's just got such longevity as a staple supplement in the Young Living lineup over the years. I've been with Young Living for 15 years, and we've always had this. And people have been talking about this for 15 years that I've been around. It is so good. It supports the normal kidney and bladder function with a combination of juniper, parsley, uva ursi, and some other essential oils. It is powered by herbs, like I just said. It has clove, it has fennel, it's got Roman chamomile, sage, and like I said, juniper. It is I just can't stress it enough. I don't know what else to say about it other than it's truly one of the best things out there for kidney and bladder by far. Whenever I've only ever had to use a few bottles myself over the years, but I buy it every time it comes back in stock because someone I know needs it, and then I'm able to get it to them. Inner Defense is a really good supplement that we have. It is great for respiratory function. I call it like nature's antibiotic. It's not an antibiotic, like it's not pharmaceutical antibiotic. It doesn't kill everything in your gut, but it does reinforce just those systemic defenses in the body and offers immune support throughout the body wherever it's needed. It's got oregano and thyme and thieves oil in it. You know, those 3 oils, really, it's, I guess it's 8 oils, right? Or 7 oils, oregano, thyme, and thieves. These has 5. Those 7 oils pack a very powerful punch when it comes to controlling an environment from like nasty bugs. So if you like saving money, this is a great supplement to take when you're feeling under the weather, and also before, during, and after you travel. Your body can be under a lot of stress around gross and yucky things when you travel. So this is one thing I like to do to be proactive. Trust me on this one, it works. It works really well. A lot of people nickname Inner Defense Thieves Plus in a capsule. 1, because they love thieves, and 2, because they love convenience. And it's just a really good way to get thieves in your body easily. Take it with food. Always take it with food. If you feel a little bit queasy afterwards, it's because you didn't take enough. You didn't either take it with food or take enough food with it. So definitely take it with food. It is keto friendly. It has high antioxidants in it, and it's just great for the immune system. Longevity is another one that I also use. I also nickname the same thing. It protects our DHA levels. It is really, really good for our healthy cells that we want to be reproducing. We don't want bad cells in our body reproducing. This kind of controls that, and it helps maintain that cell integrity and supports our immune system as well, with thyme and orange and clove and frankincense, all very high in antioxidants. We all know that antioxidants are really, really good for, how do I say this compliantly? Antioxidants are just really good for,
Fighting abnormal cells.
yeah, just if you have abnormal cells in your body that are, can grow into things, then you want to help control that with this. It's got, I think I already listed all the oils off. So it's just really good for general health and well-being. It's got really high levels of D-limonene in it because it's got orange oil in it. So do a little bit of research if you don't already know. Most of you probably do, but D-limonene is phenomenal for fighting many things in the body, and things that the FDA would never allow me to say on a recorded call like this. So just know it's really good. Okay, Allie, you're up.
Yeah, we are really over time. So I'm going to go through these pretty quickly because we've
Okay.
actually we've talked about all these already. So immune support, we've already talked about all these. So all Ningxia Red, Inner Defense, and Longevity are all amazing for immune support.
Okay.
You
So
want
you guys take your screenshot of that if
to,
you
yeah,
want to have it.
we'll give you the link to the presentation too when we send this out.
Okay,
Do you want me to go through the Super C? Do you want to go through this one?
I'll
Or
get it.
okay, perfect.
Yeah,
We're
I'll
just
get it.
yeah.
Well, I'll be quick. I know I talk long. Super C, vitamin C does all the things, right? Our immune system, respiratory, circulatory, citrus bioflavonoids, minerals. It's got a premium array of essential oils in it, and they all work together to do the things that a vitamin C would do. And alongside vitamin C, I should say, it's not just vitamin C in there. Immune system, great for when you're coming down with something or want to avoid it. Super D, super vitamin D is our body's respiratory, great for the respiratory system, the immune system, great for for bones, hormone production. Oh my gosh. Yes, hormone production. It's also a vegan friendly formula, and it has essential oils in it. I think hormones and immune system are the main things for it, and bone growth supports that calcium balance for hormone. I can't talk tonight. It supports that calcium balance for bone growth. ImmuPro, we've already talked about, really good. The reason Gary put melatonin in ImmuPro was so that you would sleep, because he would always say that your body heals and overcomes and fights things better when you're sleeping. So that's why melatonin is in there. And I know we already talked about that in length. Immu gummies, we have not talked about yet. I keep these at my desk. They're like a nice little sweet treat. You can, well, you can't really get too many, but then you can if you find yourself going to the bathroom. It's usually, I think, because of the pectin, right, Allie? Is that right? Are you there?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. I'm eating my Immu gummies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would say you'd have to eat like 30 of them to just, get a bowel movement out of it. But it does call for 2, but I tend to eat like 5 or 6 a day. They are elderflower and lime flavored gummies, and they really offer a really delicious immune support without the hassle of a capsule. My kids like them. My son jokingly calls them, oh, what did he say? I don't even remember now. Last summer when they came out, he made a joke that he was going to be going through like a bag a week. I was like, no, you're not. But immune health, antioxidant support, great for protecting against oxidative stress, has no added sugar, great for kiddos. Okay. Allie, you want to take hair, skin, and nails?
Yes, sure. So we've talked about Ningxia, we've talked about Sulfurzyme. Inner Beauty Collagen is the only thing we haven't talked about yet. So
I
this is,
can cover that.
you want to cover that? Just the difference. I want to say something really cool about this really fast. Is that the type 2 versus the type 1 collagen? Is that the collagen that is good for our hair, skin, and nails is the part of the animal that is their scales, their skin. The part that's good for our joints is the part that comes from the animal joints. Kind of makes sense, right? So this is very specifically for hair, skin, and nails, which a lot of collagen is not made that way.
Mhm.
And to you.
Yeah, this is marine type 1 collagen, which is marine collagen. It comes from fish. So, if you're really wanting to up your hair and skin game, or you're feeling maybe that postpartum hair and skin slump, or you just need a little extra boost because you're like under the weather, or you had COVID and your hair fell out, I don't know, meet your new BFF, because this stuff is amazing. It helps reduce the appearance of fine line and wrinkles in as few as 3 weeks. Just got to be consistent with it. It is more bioavailable and better absorbed by the skin than other marine collagen supplements out there. I won't list any brands. It supports that dermal layer after UV-induced skin damage. So if you've been out in the sun, this is going to be good support for that. It has prebiotic fiber in it. So again, feeding those bacteria in your gut, and that's going to support your skin in the end. It's a tasteless powder, which means you can mix it into anything that you want. It's a very, very fine as well. It strengthens and it supports healthy nails and hair, and it promotes skin elasticity and hydration with the type 1 marine collagen. And it also has peach ceramides in it. It is free of artificial fillers, flavors, colors, and sweeteners. Collagen is like the protein of the body. It is the most abundant protein and is the crucial support piece for your hair, skin, and nails, your joints, your muscles, your gut lining, all of it. We do have type 2 collagen. It is found in BLM. It is found in Agile Ease. So don't think that we don't have those, because those are there. Collagen also helps with melatonin levels, which is going to be your natural sleep hormones. It helps with antioxidant levels, which is overall health and longevity. And it actually helps the liver. Unfortunately, collagen levels decrease as we get over, as we have all probably seen in our skin. But as it decreases, that's when we need it the most. Marine collagen, peach ceramides, hyaluronic acid, antioxidants. That's what it's made from. And
On moving you on because we're almost 20 minutes over already. So let's go
okay.
to golden.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you want to talk about golden turmeric? Or do you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a mango rose turmeric drink. It supports the body's natural response to inflammation, a good immune response, joint health, mobility, recovery after physical exertion. It's just overall great for inflammation. It's a powder. It's 24 times more bioavailable than standard turmeric extract, and our body absorbs the same amount of curcuminoids from just 300 milligrams of golden turmeric as it does from about 1900 milligrams of standard turmeric. So this is where it's at. It's really good mixed in yogurt, like just plain yogurt. It's makes a really yummy mango flavored yogurt. Some people mix it into a tea, but it is a powder. It's a very fine powder, so be careful breathing it. Just joint mobility, that's the main thing with golden turmeric. And then we've talked about Agiles already. Okay, Allie, you want to talk about Parafree?
Yes, Parafree. So Parafree is our supplement that is meant to eat parasites. That's what it's for. And if you're going to take it, I highly recommend that you time it so that you're taking it during the full moon, because parasites breed during a full moon. So grody. I just did a round of Parafree this last time, and I lost 5 pounds in 5 days. I don't know, but seems to be that there was something creepy crawling around that needed to get its way out of me. I didn't see anything, but anyway, it is something that you would take for that. I personally muscle test myself for how much I should be taking every day, because I seem to not need the full dose that it recommends on the package. So if you are like me and you can be like, I'm not the biggest person, and or if you're more sensitive, you might want to muscle test for how much to take. But it kept coming up on my scan. So I thought, it's telling me I need to take Parafree. We need to do that. So it has a lot of it has like black walnut in there and a bunch of things that are really good for getting parasites out of your body. Illuminize is one that I take every single day because I get way too much blue light exposure working on the computer and the phone. And it has made a huge difference for my eyes. My doctor actually didn't believe, I had to go to the eye doctor because I was having problems with my glasses. It ends up that I did not need them anymore. So I don't know if it was the high amount of Ningxia that I take, but I also threw in and started taking Illuminize every day, and I've seen a really big difference in my own eyes. It is full of zeaxanthin and a lot of other really good things. And in the interest of time, I will just ask that you read that. But that's great. Thyromin was an absolute game changer for my life. I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's many years ago and started taking Thyromin in combination with Endoflex, and then over time added things like multigreens and Super B, but I am no longer testing for Hashimoto's. And I really believe that Thyromin was the key to the puzzle for me, or the missing puzzle piece, I should say. So I love this supplement. It is glandular. Which means that it does have animal adrenals and thyroid in it, but it also has essential oils in it. And we know that all of our supplements except for Life9 and Mighty Pro have essential oils in them, which make them much more absorbable into the body. So we get way more bang for our buck. I'm going to hand you MindWise, because MindWise is not one that I take only because of my my flavor palette, but I know it's the most amazing supplement for brain health.
You mean you're giving it to me?
I'm giving it to you.
Okay. MindWise is probably, well, it's really good for cardiovascular health, but it's also really good for cognitive health for the brain. It's got CoQ10, it's got ALCR, it's got GPC ingredients. It's got fruit juices, turmeric. Of course, it has essential oils in it, but it's it's probably one of the favorite things for normal brain and heart function. It's got unsaturated fatty acids, omega-3 fatty acids, all those good things for the heart and the brain. What else?
We've got CardioGize.
Okay, I'm on CardioGize. Sorry, I'm on a different page.
Oh,
No, I mean, I'm on my notes. So CardioGize, another great supplement we have. I should say MindWise is a liquid and we drink it. CardioGize is a capsule and you take it in pill form. And it's good for blood circulation, for heart function, just kind of really promotes a healthier quality of life. It's got Dong Quai, used in China for synergistic properties to support the cardiovascular system. It has deodorized garlic extract and CoQ10 for healthy circulation. And then it's got vitamin K2 in it also. But CardioGize, it's in the name, it's for the heart.
I want to say one thing about CardioGize. I have a friend whose husband was really struggling with high blood pressure and had used all the oils and was really still couldn't get his blood pressure under control. And CardioGize is what did it. So if you know someone who's having blood pressure regulation issues, this is amazing for them.
Awesome.
We've talked Inner Beauty Collagen. Let's talk about Juvitone. You want to talk about Juvitone?
Juvitone is our liver cleanse. It's very, very gentle. Promotes a healthy liver function. It's got powerful herbs in it, phytonutrients, lemon, rosemary, chamomile. It's a really excellent source of choline as well. And it's got Oregon grapefruit, which is a liver supporting compound of berberine. So it's something you can take all the time. It's very gentle and highly, highly recommend it. Really like it.
This
And
would be
lastly,
something really good for diabetics too, because berberine is really good for them as well.
and then lastly, we have Olive Essentials, which is a very, very high antioxidant supplement that we have. It's actually probably higher than Ningxia, but it supports overall well-being. It has great for your heart. It has oils. It does have oils, but olives in it with the power of olives, the olive leaf oil. It has rosemary, parsley. It's really trying to like promote a Mediterranean diet type vibe there. Like when they came out with it, they were like, people with Mediterranean diets are really healthy. Here, let's do something. Let's pull some things out of their diet and put it into a capsule. So it's really good for vascular health and heart health, extremely high in antioxidants. It just supports overall total body wellness, internal cleansing as well. I take it every day. I take that and Ningxia every day. I'm always trying to fight off the bad cells in my body. So it's a good one. It's a really, really good one.
We made it. We made it through all of our supplements. Can you believe?
Yes, in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And we really could have said we could have made this 3 hours if we really wanted to talk about all the good things. So
Rushing. Yes.
we have
yes.
really, really good supplements, you guys. So
Yes. Thank you all for attending tonight. I'm going to stop the